What's up, fantasy managers? Thank you for watching the Fantasy Footballing Show. Today's episode, Tyler and I are going to do a mock draft where we show you the players that you want to pick for your fantasy footballing team. This episode is going to be timestamped, so if there's a certain player around that you want to see, just go to the timestamp. You'll see them. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We appreciate the support and enjoy the show.
What's up, fantasy people? This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, and Jason, the lucky bastard Ethan Wolt, coming at you live from the West Coast. And this is the Fantasy Footballing Show. Today's episode, you can read it over my head right now before it even comes out of my mouth. And I'm stalling, Tyler. Okay. Mock Draft 2.0. People love mock drafts, right? Well, hey, man, I love them so much. I do like 5 a day, 5 days a week. That's like 25 a week. Quick math. Anyways, before we get into this show, this episode, I do want to say, Jason, big news. Woo! Show news is we have a podcast out. It's on Spotify for sure. So you can go through the link, on our homepage, YouTube page.
Yeah.
Hey,
so we gave it to them.
Yeah, and it sounds, I think we're funnier when you can't see our face, as weird as that sounds. Yeah. So anyways, if you're driving around in your car, you want to listen to us, do whatever. It is on Spotify. I'm going to upload this episode tonight. And there's also a podcasting on YouTube, Jason. I'm going to try that out, and we're going to figure out how to get on the iPad podcast soon. So please look out for that. Jason, how else can the public help this show?
The public can help us if they want to do a quick subscription to our channel. Even hit the little like button because we like the likes. Even leave some comments. We love the interaction with the people. If you want some more material, you can always go to Instagram and hit the tag the Fantasy Footballing Show, and then also like what Tyler said, you go to Spotify, put in the Fantasy Footballing Show, and you got great poop material. Listen to when you're pooping.
So, what are you saying about our material, man?
Material's poop. It's poop.
It is poop, but it's how we deliver. Our delivery is, the gold standard. There's poop. We're talking about puke. We're talking about gold standards. Gold. Hopefully we're showered in gold soon enough, Jason.
Let it rain on me.
I'm talking about Dave Chappelle type of stuff right now. Anyways, so just like every other beer time, you notice we're drinking right now. Beer time breakdown. Unless you're listening to us, you can hear those swigs and those burps. Every week we have a barbecue question of the week where we take, some comment or whatever from one of our followers, or probably a person that doesn't subscribe, but hey, please subscribe, the person that comments. And we answer it. So, Jason, grill me, dude. Grill me.
I'm going to grill you like some tri-tip, because this is the barbecue question of the week where we answer the questions that you want to know. And this question is actually coming from a TikTok user who put a comment on one of our shorts. It's kind of crazy, the names that you see on TikTok, Tyler, but his username is GVVVV.
I'm surprised that wasn't taken, man.
I know.
Lucky.
Well, you see some crazy stuff on TikTok. Crazy names. All right, so this listener is wondering, would you rather keep Pollard as a 7th round pick or Rashaad White as a 17th round pick? And I'm assuming this is a keeper league.
Yeah, and this is before the news broke today. I'm sure you guys saw it on ESPN. Jason, you might have got alerted on your phone, and you're a Cowboys fan, but... So, yeah, I don't think this isn't even going to be I didn't think it was a question before because, I would trade a lot of late round picks. I would trade like a 6th and a 7th for another 2, or another 1. And we're talking like Pollard's going to have like number 2, maybe like a late 2nd value. And then you're getting him in the 7th round. If you can keep him, like, oh, dude, that is just worth so much to me and he's way more of a sure thing than Rashaad White. I know I just released a video out on the positive things about Rashaad White. But there are still a lot of question marks. But, the value is there for a number 1 running back on a football team for Rashaad White. But there's, opportunity for Pollard to – we're going to talk about this, people with potential to jump up into the elite category, the elite tiers next year. That's where you're going to get value. We are drafting elite tiers in the first couple of rounds because that's where, we're not going to fail. That's like safe. That, we need those players to carry our team. But we need to get on those later players that can jump into that category. And when they do jump into that category, like a Trevor Lawrence or a Justin Herbert this year, maybe they will be elite quarterbacks next year. Same thing with Tony Pollard. and I do not see that with Rashaad White. And dude, you sent me that video of the Tampa Bay quarterbacks throwing to their wide receivers, dude. Like I don't want any of that team
attempting to throw to their wide receivers. They're attempting to throw.
I should say what was released today was Tony Pollard, so that not only is he cutting and stuff, but he's actually feels faster than he was before. So he's running at full speed. He's cutting. So if you are a Cowboys fan, you should be happy. The only thing that could throw a wrench in all this is if Zeke comes back on a reduced salary to the Cowboys.
Yeah. As of right now, Tony Pollard's the way to go, especially if you got this dude in the 7th round. Absolutely. Like this guy in the draft that we're likely going to do today, Tyler, he's probably going to go in the 2nd or 3rd round. And we've seen the talent with Tony. We've seen the offense that he's in and the offensive line that he's behind. Mike McCarthy, they said they want to run the ball more. So he's going to get even more opportunities somehow this year. So they really want to focus on the run. We've seen what he could do. He's already proven himself. I think Tony definitely has a possibility just because of his explosiveness and his speed, if he can stay healthy, to be a top 5, top 3, maybe running back at the end of the year. Rashaad White, I do like that dude. I do like him, but I still rather have Tony Pollard in the 7th round, who has the potential to be a top 5 running back at the end of the year. So I would keep Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I mean, don't let anybody fool you. There's a reason people, you could package Rashaad White with somebody else to get a Tony Pollard. We will talk about that later. There's a reason people do that, and it's because the better player usually gets you to the championship. So you don't want to do that unless you have extreme depth. And when you're drafting, dude, just go for the better guy, especially if these are keeper leagues, Jason. So, yeah, I mean, that was just no brainer to you. I texted back immediately. I in all caps, I think I said Pollard. Yeah, so there you go. All right, people. So we are going to go straight into a mock draft after this, because Jason and I, we're going to go in as I'm going to be number 5. Jason's going to be number 10. He's got to go back to back. I get the luxury of, only waiting, only having 10 picks potentially between the people I want and the people I can't get. I don't know how that makes sense, but you know what I'm saying. So please stick with us and you will see the players. Hey, and it's going to be all time stamped if there's, and if there's a round that's sticking with you or you're having trouble with, just skip to that and see how we handle it. Mama said, Mama said, we back, people. And the best part of the year, the second best part, people were debating on Reddit. Jason, is the draft better or the playoffs better? If you make the playoffs. So I don't know. I mean, I really love the playoffs and, just like 1 week at a time, just fighting for that 1 week, dropping all your depth for more defenses and kickers, that kind of stuff. I kind of like the playoffs more.
You like the playoffs more? Okay, I like the draft more. So I love the, getting everything set, the preparation to go in the draft, the anticipation of the draft date, and just like going in there. And like you could go in fully prepared, but if like somebody just goes crazy and gets Travis Kelce 1 overall, I was like, that's gonna push so many people back. You're like, I gotta adapt. This is a curveball. I gotta hit a curveball.
You just like to look at your roster, dream about it. There's so much hope. You like to roster bait in the bathroom before you go to sleep every night. Jason, I just noticed Bijan Robinson is up from, he was at 8, now he's at 6. He's ahead of Travis Kelce now. Tyreek Hill, he's just right ahead of Christian McCaffrey.
All right, first
number 1 pick. Oh yeah, that was Justin Jefferson right off the clock.
Austin Eckler.
Yeah, number 1, number 2. I mean, and these are real people. These are not fake people. So when you do auto draft, it's nice because it's fast, but it's just not the same. And as long as these people don't do anything stupid, which we've been pretty lucky this year, I think it's because the people that are serious about fantasy football are doing mock drafts right now, Jason. Once we get into like late July, August, there are going to be so many idiots taking kickers in the first round and stuff. Oh, am I on the pit clock?
McCaffrey.
Oh, no.
Ja'Marr Chase.
All right.
Oh, I know you again.
So I've got a pick. I was number 5. Cooper Kupp. I would have loved to get Ja'Marr Chase. That would have been my man. Cooper Kupp is still there. I still think that he's the bottom of a first tier. Bijan Robinson. But I do like taking the wide receivers. I'm going to take Cooper Kupp as my wide receiver 1. I think that Sean McVay really wants to focus on, offense this year. I think that he's going to have a lot more freedom to do what he wants. Matthew Stafford is already throwing limited. but still, dude, like I believe in Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay this year, so I'm going to go with Cooper Kupp.
And then Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Looks like Bijan Robinson is dropping.
Oh, there we go. I was like, where are these picks, man? It's on the right side of my screen.
Is there a chance that I'm going to get him with the 10th overall pick?
Ooh, man. Well, dude, Jonathan Taylor or Bijan Robinson. And that's not the craziest thing I've ever heard. I mean, we're going to be talking. I bet you the closer we get to drafts, it's going to be like that. I would rather have Saquon, Jason, over Jonathan Taylor.
Well, Saquon just got picked, and I was actually it's like I really like Saquon over Bijan Robinson, but I'm getting Bijan the last pick of the first round. I like the team that he's at. They're going to run. Drafted him for a reason. They got draft capital. You want to use them in draft.
Yeah. There he goes. There goes Bijan Robinson. Jason, would you rather have Derrick Henry or Bijan?
Bijan. That's what I just picked. And
damn.
Devontae, you can go wide receiver now. Got Devontae Adams. Don't trust the quarterback. Stephon Diggs or Cede Lamb. I'm going to go with age. I'm going to go with age here to get Cede Lamb. Stephon Diggs is not a bad pick.
I probably would Stephon there. I still like Stephon Diggs. I'm still like, dude, I'm still thinking about Derrick Henry over Bijan Robinson. I think Derrick Henry has one more good year left in him. They got Skoronski, like the best tackle in the draft. Not the first one pick, but the best. And it's funny because, Devontae Adams, man, like everybody was so excited about him. And then Derek Carr left, and now he's going to be a, late second round pick pretty much. And
Jimmy Garoppolo got like foot surgery, and he might not even start the season.
And Tom Brady said that he is for sure not coming down to play because they're just going to pass that law that Tom Brady could play.
Oh yeah, if Tom Brady's playing, I would definitely get Devontae.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, sure, dude. Or if the Jets somehow traded for Devontae Adams, oh man, he'd be in my top tier.
Yeah.
So I think that Justin Jefferson's actually in a tier of his own. If you want to talk about just reliability, targets, youth, and non-injuries. Oh man, okay. So this is tough, Jason. Josh Jacobs is available. But there's a lot of running backs I like still. Like, I still think that Nick Chubb's, and we keep on talking, dude, I love Najee Harris. If I can just get Amon-Ra St. Brown here over Jalen Waddle, even Tony Pollard, who we were talking about earlier, I still like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think that the Lions even take that next step on offense, and they were already top 5 in offense last year. So I've always liked Amon-Ra St. Brown, man. It sucks because I can never draft him. Your dad always beats me to him.
Yeah, the Lions are going to have another explosive season where they added another weapon to their backfield by getting Jahmyr Gibbs.
So, Jason, I'm chasing targets, and I'm really liking wide receivers because I've been such a running back diehard. I'm coming around to wide receivers. I went Cooper Kupp and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Last time I did that, I got Randy Moss after his 25 touchdown season and Larry Fitzgerald, and I bombed that year.
Well, I got Tom Brady that year too. The following year, I think he played 1 or 2 games, and he tore his.
Oh, that was Matt Castle. That's what happened. That's the year he stepped up and got hit in the knee.
But Matt Castle took the team to be 10-6, and they still missed the playoffs. It was great.
So Josh Jacobs after ETN, which is, you better never do that, dude. ETN is, in my opinion, is way too high of a ADP right now.
Calvin Ridley just went.
Dude, Calvin Ridley just went?
Yeah.
This might be the way it goes, people, by the time drafts come around.
Yeah.
Before Garrett Wilson. Are you kidding me? Ooh, Jason, am I going to take Patrick Mahomes over? Nah. All right, dude. There's Dalvin Cook with my Vikings, who is up in the air. I mean, if he went to the Cowboys or something, I would still pick this dude. And there's Ramondre Stevenson is even over Najee Harris. Jason, I'm picking Najee Harris.
You went Najee Harris right here? Wow. Dalvin
Superstar.
Cook, Joe Mixon.
Mixon P and Pooh.
I see 2 guys I'm getting with my first pick.
So Garrett Wilson, Jason, went after Calvin Ridley. That should not happen. Give me Garrett Wilson over Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. Somebody is probably from Duval County.
Duval
County.
The Jaguars. It's one word, bro. Get beat down there in Duval County if you pronounce that stuff wrong, man.
Say the name right.
Jahmyr Gibbs is falling in drafts. I mean, dude, here we go. round 4, and Jahmyr Gibbs is like, the second best running back available. So the hype train is kind of running out on him, and now I like where he's going. I would actually pick him up. So
back-to-back picks right here with Jalen Hurts and DK Metcalf.
Are you picking right now?
I already picked Jalen Hurts and DK Metcalf.
Oh, damn, Jason. Okay, so Jason had Jalen Hurts over. So you picked Jalen Hurts over any quarterback not named Patrick Mahomes.
Josh Allen was the first quarterback picked in this mock draft.
Was it really? Oh my god.
Then it was Patrick Mahomes, and then I got Jalen Hurts.
All right. I was talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. Dude, he's going in the middle of the 4th round right now. My options are Aaron Jones, Devonta Smith, who I love, but I've already got 2 amazing wide receivers. Kenneth Walker, I really love too, but give me Jahmyr Gibbs because he doesn't have them weak ankles, Jason. Those ankles are so weak, man. Those are some weak ankles, man. Look at your ankles, man. You need to go skiing or something, work them out. Go swimming.
Yep. Go swimming. Go whatever else you said.
I don't even know what I'm saying, man. I'm trying to crack this beer open. I don't have any fingernails.
Trying to see what's coming up next. I have a quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers. I'm going to see what. I'm probably going to just go again, running back, wide receiver in this. I'm trying to see what running back.
Jason, do you how much over Joe Burrow do you like? Do you think Jalen Hurts is going to obliterate Joe Burrow, or do you think it's kind of the same team?
No. If Jalen Hurts wasn't there, I would have got Joe Burrow.
So I'm looking right now, dude. And if you're Miles Sanders. Yeah. And we're in the 5th round. I said I'd pick him in the 5th. I do like Amari Cooper. Oh crap! You know what? I'm going Amari Cooper. He's the last of a tier. If you ever see, this is a recommendation. If you guys ever see a person that's the last of a tier, just pick him because that's it, dude. That's your value, according to yourself, there's a drop off. So pick that guy because I really wanted who did I want? Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders.
And I was even saying I'm going to take George Kittle over Miles Sanders, but Jason, Frank Reich just came out and said Miles Sanders is our number 1 guy, and they're like, yeah, no SH, dude. You gave him they're paying him a bunch of money. I forget what it was. I want to say 4 for 30 or 4 for 20. I can't remember what it was.
Lamar Jackson just went. So the end of the 5th round, I get back-to-back picks. I'm going to.
He's in a tough spot. Jason's in a tough spot.
Oh man, I'm going to get Miles Sanders.
You should.
Oh, most. I get every mock draft that I do, I'm getting Miles Sanders. I'm really high on Miles Sanders this year too, and I'm going to go wide receiver. And this one kind of hurts, just because I talked about him before and I had him last year, but he's going in my flex. He's going in my flex.
Who is it, man? I'm interested.
Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, how far down did you have to scroll for him?
1 knob.
Okay. So, you're getting into. I think I would rather have DJ Moore, as crazy as that sounds, but I just read a hype article about Justin Fields and DJ Moore. Man, oh my God, you should see these guys together. And guess what, dude? You don't ever hear anything negative during these times. It's all positive hype trains. So it's going to take me a while to filter that out. But right now, man, I'm like, DJ Moore, oh my God, he was shredding those DBs.
Yeah, this guy heard you because he just picked DJ Moore.
I was going to say DBs. Defensive backs, not them real DBs like, Zach Wilson. Is it Zach Wilson, Jason?
I don't know. Sorry. DBs? Yeah, Zach Wilson. Douchebag Zach Wilson.
Ah!
You know what? I was just thinking too, man, because Deontay Johnson, I could have got him, put him in my flex. I would have been okay with that. Tyler Lockett, but I do have DK Metcalf. Drake London, but I do have Bijan Robinson. I think the only other person I probably would have got instead of Jerry Jeudy is Marquise Brown.
Hollywood Brown. Damn it.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's still
if
there.
you can get Hollywood Brown right now, pick him up because I literally should have got him over George Kittle right now. And Jason, you're right. Dude, he gets 10 plus targets a game. Everybody's worried. We need to check in Kyler Murray's health because there's a good chance he's not going to be starting at the beginning of the year. That's why he's going so late.
Oh, for sure.
But I mean, dude, if you can get second half Hollywood Brown, please pick him up. But there's still Rachaad White. I mean, I just picked up Jason. Who did I just pick up? I'm looking right now. George Kittle. I picked up George Kittle over Deontay Johnson, who'd been my number one wide receiver to pick up because of the targets. And I picked him up over Justin Herbert. So I'm still going to try to draft Trevor Lawrence because Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence at the end of a tier for me, which sucks. Oh my God. You know what, dude? Am I going to gamble, Jason?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up Rachaad White. Oh crap. Or nope. I'm picking up Hollywood Brown.
I was going to say, I'm going to take that dude right now, brother.
Yeah. Picking up Hollywood Brown. So I've got to hope that Trevor Lawrence, because I know Jason has a quarterback right now. I am aiming for Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence. Those are the bottom of a tier for me, and those are the guys that can be in top tier next year. If you hit on one of those dudes, it could win you a fantasy football championship.
Absolutely. This is a player that I'm going to probably plug in for the first 5 to 6 weeks.
For the very first 5 to 6 weeks
of the NFL season 2023. Because I had him last year and he did pretty well.
One man in the world of fantasy football podcast. One channel stands alone.
I'm a wide receiver. And I'm going to scroll just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I'm going to get George Pickens.
Who'd you get? Oh, George Pickens. So you got George Pickens over Tyler Lockett. I like that because
I have DK Metcalf.
The thing that you're going to have to realize or pick between probably is, would you rather have George Pickens or Drake London? And that's a tough one for me. I'd probably go Drake London because he's number one. He's getting the targets. If they throw the damn ball, he's going to get the targets.
If they throw the damn ball.
That's the problem. I enjoy, and you got Pickens, man, who shows so much talent. But he's got Deontay Johnson there. If Deontay Johnson was there, I'd be Pickett all day, or Pickens. So yeah, so Jason's going to choose Pickens over London. I'm choosing London over Pickens. And that's a tier drop off right there, dude. Like literally, you're going to Michael Pittman Jr. and Jahan Dotson, Christian Kirk. Dude, Brandon Ayuk is actually a good deal right now. I read an article about him. I'm really liking him right now.
Good.
But I'm picking Trevor Lawrence before anybody does.
Yeah. Now is the time. If you have fighters, now is the time.
So yeah, what round was that? That's ninth round. I'm picking Trevor Lawrence.
We're in the 9th round. You're getting Trevor Lawrence. Dak Prescott just went.
No, that was 8th round. Dang, dude. So he's going up.
Oh, did you already get Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I had to.
Okay.
So he's going up in drafts right now. Now I'm going to pick up a league winner if he hits. Because you're looking at this, dude. I like Treylon Burks. I like DeAndre Swift, but Javonte Williams, dude. I'm assuming all the reports I've heard, there's been contradicting reports from who was that? TD Terrell Davis said no. Sean Payton said yes. Oh. So I don't care. Even if it's somewhere in the middle, if you can get Javonte Williams, like second half going forward, he can win you a championship as well. So I'm talking about winning championships right now, and that's what you're looking for in these type of rounds.
Yeah, these are the playmakers. This is the mid-round gems, Tyler. We just went over all of this.
Dude, I love my team right now, Jason.
Nice.
I love my team right now. Oh, my God, I love my team.
Okay.
So, number 5 is looking pretty good. How do you feel about your team so far, Jason?
I like my team, actually. My whole what if is just my flex, Jerry Jeudy, but I feel like I'm not even going to start him the first 6 weeks anyway. I want to go for another running back here, and I'm actually going to get Rashaad Penny.
Rashaad Penny? Yeah. So people out there, Rashaad Penny led the league in yards per carry until he went down. He's a big dude, man.
and he's behind probably the best offensive line in the league. And then I'm going to get my tight end here in the 10th round. I'm going to get Dalton Schultz.
I wonder where Tate Davis is going, because I'm like, man, Jordan Addison is coming up. Oh God. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you could just be going after these wide receivers that you know, like a Kadarius Toney or Jordan Addison.
Yeah.
And Khalil Herbert's interesting. I just don't know. I mean, it's just tough with that kind of stuff. I'm never drafting Cole Kmet again. Cole Kmet
to nothing. Can't commit to nothing.
I'm trying to think of something with Kmet. Glad to commit ya. That's not even, but I'm not glad.
I think
DJ Shark is in Carolina with a rookie wide receiver. I think that he has potential, but because he's with Adam Thielen, dude. So
I think there's
who was I picking, Jason? No, Jordan Addison over. I'm picking Jordan Addison over Courtland Sutton.
Traylon
probably shouldn't do that.
Went right before Jordan Addison too.
If I wasn't a Vikings fan, I'd probably pick Sutton over Addison. So there's a bias thing right there for you, Jason. All right. Guess what, dude?
Well,
I still get to pick between Tony and Sutton. All of Sutton. Oh, Raheem Mostert, but Zach Charbonnet. So you know what, dude? I'm going Courtland Sutton. I hate him because he killed me last year, dude. But that Marquise Colson just sticks in my brain so much, man. So I gotta see it. I said I was going wide receiver heavy. I'm going wide receiver heavy. I only have 3 running backs right now. I've got Najee Harris, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Javonte Williams. So I'm going to have to just draft a bunch of running backs at the end of my draft, and hopefully one hits. But I'll tell you what, dude, you draft nothing but rookie running backs. Say you got like 4 on your team. 2 of those are probably going to hit. That's been that way for like 5 years. I need to get some stats on that. Probably not. Jason, get your sister on that.
Hey, you heard the man.
How you feeling, Jason?
I'm feeling pretty good. You said this guy has some weak ankles, so I must get his backup.
Dude, I want to say, okay, I didn't want to say anything, but I was about to say I'm going to get Zach Charbonnet, man. Like, that's one of my guys. I didn't want to name it out loud, but him, the Pitt running back for the Jets, crap.
I guess
there's some other people too. Yeah, I'm not even looking at wide receivers at this point, even though there's nobody that really stands out to me. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott is so far down here, but guess what, dude? He's not going to –
oh my gosh.
He's going to stay there until he signs with the team, so it doesn't matter. All positions, I'm going to move to running back. Ooh, Raheem Mostert is still available? Yeah, I really like
yeah, go get him.
No, I don't want him. I'm either thinking Damien Harris. Yeah, I'm going to go Damien Harris, which is way down the line. Oh, no. Yeah, screw it. I'm getting Damien Harris way down the line. I'm telling you, dude, Damien Harris is going to be a good running back this year, and it's going to upset a lot of people.
Plays for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, dude, I know. Probably. And Jalen Warren I should pick up, but I'm not. David Achane, man. Okay, so I got Achane, son of 2 chains. Achane.
You got him.
Yeah, hell yeah, I did. And then who else did I get, Jason? It was Damien Harris. So like between Damien Harris and Devon Achane, give it to me, man. I can see Harris carrying me the first half, and then maybe Achane carrying me the second half.
Yeah, that is a possibility that can happen in fantasy football.
So what's up, dude?
I'm trying to think of I'm gonna get like some. Quentin Johnson gone, so
there's a lot of videos of him throwing to Quentin Johnson. I think Adam Thielen is a good value going in the 16th round and the 17th round, pretty much. Zay Jones. I mean, if you want to, Rondell Moore. I mean, dude, Rondell Moore is being undervalued right now because they have not factored in. Dude, and Jawan Johnson as a tight end. I like him over Gerald Everett. I would say Zach Ertz, but man, like Zach Ertz, I want Zach Ertz for a full year if I'm drafting tight end, not last round.
Last 2 picks.
So who'd you get, Jason?
Well, I was telling you, I got Alexander Mattison.
Alexander Mattison. Alexander Mattison.
And I got Rashee Rice.
So I should have got Alexander Mattison over, you're getting Alexander Mattison over freaking, who did I pick, Jason? I got to write these things down sometimes, like who I need to remember to pick. Hollywood Brown, Alexander Mattison. So I'm looking at, I'm seeing all these, Juwan Johnson, man. It's driving me crazy because he was on my waiver wire list all year last year. I'm going to go running back still. Who's the Jets? Ooh, Tyler Algier is still there. Yeah, can I get it in time?
When Bijan Robinson goes down, get him.
I got him. He's like I think he's got an African last name. Let's see, Israel Ababikanda. Okay, you know what, dude? My name would be Ababikanda forever, dude. Ababikanda forever. Ababikanda forever.
Yeah, who is that guy?
If you got problems with that, just go watch the movie. Oh my God! All positions. And then all teams, man, they don't give you much time. Oh, you know what, dude? Justin Tucker. If you can get Justin Tucker in the 15th round, second or last round, that's where I'm picking a kicker over defense right there.
Yeah. Who did the Jets play in the first week?
Dude, the Bills.
Look at the Bills on the first week.
Yeah, just Jason McIntyre is a Jets fan. He's taking over Colin Cowherd today. I like him. I like Jason McIntyre better than Colin Cowherd, probably.
I guess get the Bucks.
What are you thinking, Jason? So Jason's getting the Buccaneers defense.
Yeah, comeback player of the year.
Harrison, butt kicker. Young ho. So, Jason, do you really have a rule on running backs or defenses and kickers? Do you prefer one in the second to last round, one in the last round, whatever it is?
I mean, I'm going to get him in the last 2 rounds just because they are swapped off my team so much during the season where it's like there's not a lot of value until you finally find that one defense who surprisingly is the number 1 defense fantasy-wise in the whole league, and you hold on to him as long as you can. Justin Tucker, for sure. That dude is a consistent, solid player. Other than Justin Tucker, I don't know who else I'm going to actually I want to get this guy. I'm excited to get this guy. So,
dude, Justin Tucker's he's going to be the top 3 kicker, no matter what, as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, so I usually just pick a kicker who actually is on a team that scores a lot of points.
All right, Mr. Jason. Yeah. So that was the draft. I hope you liked it. That is the most exciting time of the year. And now looking at my team, I'm like, oh my God, dude, I wish I was picking 5th this next year. 5th seems pretty good, Jason. Do you feel like picking back-to-back is an advantage or a disadvantage?
I think it's an advantage because, you get 2 picks back-to-back. There might be some players that you have to reach on, but you're going to get them. You're not sitting there wondering, oh my God, am I going to have to wait another 10 rounds? No. Back. You get them. You get what you want. And then, you got 20 picks, and you're sitting there okay, this is the next guy. I need to go after this position, blah, blah. You got time to think about it. Yeah, I really like the end of the first round picks. I like pick 10. That's why I always try to win the championship, to get pick 10. Because at that point too, if my pick, whoever my 10th pick is, if he busts, I'd rather have my 10th pick in the first round bust than my very first pick in the first round bust. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bijan Robinson doesn't even have a photo yet. It's just it's like a silhouette. But yeah, I actually prefer the back-to-back picks. I like.
How can you tackle what you can't see, man? It's like John Cena out there.
Ghosts.
All right, Jason. So your favorite pick? Do you have one?
My favorite pick, I mean, Bijan Robinson, they drafted this guy 8th overall for a reason. He's projected to go 6 right now, Tyler. Is that what we saw in the beginning of this draft?
Yeah.
And he dropped down to the 10th pick. And I'm okay with that. I mean, Saquon Barkley I would still like to have, but he was gone, so I got Bijan Robinson. This guy's probably going to get like 30 carries. He's probably going to get an additional 50 targets maybe in the receiving game. So they really
Arthur Smith, man, Arthur Smith. You know that the coach for the guy. I mean, you know, people can doubt what you're saying, but it's like, dude, he's got Arthur Smith for his coach. Like, you know, Tyler Algier could have 20 carries and he could have 30 carries.
Yeah. And then, you know, having additional targets added. I really like that. And I'm like, what did I get him in? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Samaje Perine, I got him because he's likely going to be the starter for at least the first 5 or 6 games. There's a good chance that this guy might be a starter for the whole season. And I got him in like the 7th round. And he's a good running back. But at least I can put him in because I got Jeudy as my flex. I'm probably going to have Samaje Perine in there for the first start of the season and then just kind of play it out to see how it goes. So I really like him because I know he's a good runner and he's a good pass catcher too.
So, Jason, looking at your team, do you feel like you have any deficiencies? Like, are you weak in an area?
I don't think so. I feel, well, maybe like the question mark I feel is Jeudy because of how the Broncos.
Yeah, and you picked him. I don't know what round you picked him, maybe 5th?
6th. So
6th?
the question mark I have about him is like I had him last year and I ended up dropping him.
Oh, shoot.
Broncos
I have it.
Was horrible. But, you know, in the offseason, everything's pointing up for Jeudy. Everything. New coach, new offensive line to protect Russell Wilson. There was already a report at the end of the season. You just got to hope that it sticks. I may have probably jumped the gun on him maybe a round early. But yeah, because Deontay Johnson was still available.
That's right, because I was like, there was for some reason that pick stood out to me because I remember you saying a different player's name right afterwards, and it was Deontay Johnson.
Yeah,
but dude, like you got to gamble on one of the wide receivers of Denver, and I think that you're right. I do give Jeudy the edge over Courtland Sutton, but man, hey, like Sean Payton is there. You want a piece of that pie? You want a piece of that pie? Hey, there ain't no piece of that pie. You want a piece of that pie? Cut yourself. Whatever you have to do, man. Get yourself a piece of that pie.
So serious. All right, Tyler, what about you?
You know, I got these guys. I try to get a piece of the pie.
Pie
cutter. Pie cutters are sharp on one end. They're serrated on one edge, man. The Joker could hurt himself. Seriously.
You want to know how I got these scars? It was a pie cutter. They're there. It was a pie cutter.
Have you ever had cheesecake?
Pre-cut?
I'll pre-cut it.
Okay. Your team, Tyler, who's some of the picks you really liked, and who's the pick you're kind of like iffy about?
So I think Najee Harris I got 3rd round, and then Jahmyr Gibbs 4th round. So I'm really worried. So I'm prioritizing wide receivers over running backs this year. So like, if you tell me, man, I'm going air raid, you know, I'm getting Cooper Kupp and Amon-Ra St. Brown before running backs. That would usually make me really nervous in the past. But if you tell me I can get Najee Harris and Jahmyr Gibbs afterwards, as my 1 and 2, I know Najee Harris is going to be a value this year. He's got a bad taste in everybody's mouth. People that drafted Najee Harris last year are not going to want to draft him again. So yeah, and Amon-Ra, dude, has been steady for 2 years. I mean, his rookie breakout was that, and then he just kind of stayed constant. People thought he was going to go nuclear his 2nd year. Hey, dude, like he's still good. I'm chasing targets as a wide receiver when I would draft wide receivers. So I love St. Brown and Kupp. And then getting Kittle in the 6th round, it's hard to beat, Jason. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. And then I got Addison late. I really love my team, dude. I'm looking at my team and I'm like, oh my God, dude. I got the rookie running back for the Jets I wanted. They got Achane, who I wanted. I was talking to Damien Harris earlier today by I can't remember who it was, somebody on sports radio. Javonte Williams. So if you dude, running back is so risky anyways. Don't invest heavily into it. Just amass a lot of potential and then go from there. Is what my recommendation would be this year.
Yeah, I'm looking at your team right now.
I'm like, dude, my team is stacked, dog. Amari Cooper is gonna be a steal this year. As much as I hate, dude, I hate Deshaun Watson. That stuff that he did just makes me throw up in my mouth. But hey, dude, he's gonna be better than he was last year. He might not be what he once was, but he could just be good. He could be as good as he would whatever that one country song is with Toby Keith.
You got Marquise Brown on your bench,
dude. Hollywood Brown could be your number one wide receiver in the second half of the year, and I'm not even kidding. I was doing a deep dive on Arizona wide receivers, and holy crap, dude! Go look at what Hollywood Brown did before DeAndre Hopkins went there. That is top 5 wide receiver stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I'm all about Hollywood Brown. I do not see him being that late, but by the time we get to drafts.
Yeah, you have a very strong wide receiver core.
That's my goal this year, Jason.
Yeah.
Because that's opposite of what I usually do. I usually go 8 running backs. I usually draft so many running backs you can't even carry anymore.
Right. You're like, Commissioner, can we add an additional bench spot?
And that's just, dude, if you're as old as I am and Jason, that's the way it is, dude. Running backs are king. And it's I've been proven wrong 2 or 3 years in a row now, and I'm just tired of it. So we're changing with the times. It takes me a while. We're
moving forward.
Jason's cutting edge. I'm I got to be proven, I got to see the proof in the pudding.
Yeah. It's a throw first league nowadays.
That's why we're a good team, Jason. We drink beer, we talk sports. You're right, I'm wrong.
When the camera's off, we talk about our marriage.
I hear that. Okay, so that's our team. I do want to say the 2 potential late round running backs I'm really interested in are Ababikanda forever. And then Achane. And Damien Harris, dude, I'm telling you. I overdrafted Damien Harris, but I don't care, man. You get your wide receivers and your everything else set. Get your running backs that you want. So
I don't think you overdraft Damien Harris.
Thank you. Because I had to scroll down for his butt.
Yeah, it's basically just think you got Devin Singletary in the 13th round. It's not bad. It's not a bad pick.
I do wish that I would have thought about. I am stacking the Lions running back and wide receiver. It's a little scary for me. I didn't realize that until later. And then Justin Tucker and Ravens defense. I don't know. I guess that's okay. I saw Ravens defense there, and it was better than the other one, so I just picked it. I'll be dropping and adding defenses first week probably.
That defense will be swapped out by week 2.
I know. You know me, Jason. I'm
yeah.
Did you see the Bills defense? They're the number 1 defense. Oh my god.
What's the next hot thing? The next hot defense.
Hey, dude, if you remember what the Patriots defense did, not this last year, but the year before, they literally carried people to the championships, and then they took a big dump. But man, they were insane. They were the number 1 fantasy defense for the last 50 years or something.
Yeah.
I think your sister had him, and I was trying to trade for him or something. I can't remember who had him. Anyways.
Yeah. Their defense is usually pretty good. At least average to decent most years. You don't really see it. It's not Bill Belichick. It's Matt Patricia. Is that the defensive coordinator? Or wait, isn't it Bill Belichick's son now?
Yeah, dude, that guy's got a mullet before mullets are cool. Before mullets were cool. I almost look like I have a mullet here, but I shave my head. It all grows back the same length.
But it's cool though. It's cool.
Woo! All right, people. Hey, that was Fantasy Mock Draft 2.0. And Jason and I both feel good about our teams. So if you are in the 5 or 10 spot, dude, check out our teams, man. Because like we are the fantasy experts, right, Jason? But all seriousness, trust in yourself. You know, you only have yourself to blame at the end of the day. I was way too influenced last season on wide receivers, and it bit me in the butt like terribly. So like, just dude, listen to your gut. Jason and I might talk a lot, you know. Yeah, we're entertaining and we're talking about stuff that you care about, but make your own decision. Like, if you think that you like this player over us, dude, pick that player because but at the same time, we're not listening to anybody else, so we're not riding those hype trains. We're looking at the data, and we're making our own decisions. So we're a little bit different than other shows. What?
Data status report. I was thinking Star Trek because you said data.
Number 1. Oh, what does he say when he agrees? So let it be done. No,
I don't know.
Make it so.
Make it so. Number 1.
I just watched the man. People are making fun. Remember when number 1 got in a fight with his dad with those jousts and and they wore like Nerf costumes. It was like like jousting or whatever. Oh, this is the ultimate martial arts. They're like going in slow motion. All right, people, if you like us, give us a like because literally that puts us out to like 20 more, 30 more people. If you want this channel to grow, which if you're subscribed, I imagine you do, please like it. And also, we're working on podcasts here. It's me in particular, and I suck with technology and stuff. So I got Spotify figured out, and now I'm going to get YouTube figured out. YouTube figured out. And but hey, I know everybody listens to it on iPhone. I'm trying to get that figured out because I thought that this app sent it out to iPhone, but it's still not. But please, dude, listen to us without our faces. I know our faces are funny looking, but man, just listen to it without it. I don't know if it's just me, but it's funny.
I think it's hilarious.
I'm not kidding, dude.
I'm sitting there pooping. I have it playing. I'm sitting there laughing the poop out.
And also, if you subscribe to this channel, like in the last 2 days, thank you so much. Like, we just went from 140 to 141 today. Put out a short with Jason being hilarious. And you know how I knew he was hilarious? Because I listened to it in my pocket. And I was like, he's like, you like that? You like that? And I was like, oh my God, I got to put that in a short. So
that's so funny because when I did that live, you made no impression about it and went straight.
Well, Jason, you know me, man. So many brain cells are dead. I'm just like, I don't react till 6 hours later. I probably laughed in my sleep.
I'm all insecure about it. I was like, oh, jeez, I put a whole week's worth of topics into that. No, but he didn't think it was funny. I must try harder. Please,
people, build up Jason build his security, his self-confidence up, and take mine down 3 notches because there's only 5. Oh my God! It took my picture in like with my shirt off, Jason. I look like a freaking anime character.
Hell yeah, Dragon Ball Z,
dude. I don't know how I'm posing in this. I was like, wow, this is great. I need to snap that shot. All right, people, we will be back. I think I'm going to do a fantasy mock draft Monday. You know, like about the people that you should not draft, maybe, because we're going to go through the biggest sinkers, you know, and why maybe you shouldn't draft them. And other than that, look out for this podcast and listen to it, please, and follow us on all platforms if you can.
Yeah. Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, Fantasy Football and Show. Look for us, search for us, subscribe, follow, rate us.
You heard him! Catch you on the flip side.
Rate us 5 on Spotify.